What's poppin', peeps? T-Money up in the house, here to do a review for Marnie, I think, tonight. Today's Tuesday, so it would be a Tuesday cover review for Body Bags. The movie I chose to review is Don't Answer the Phone from 1979. I actually saw this movie for the first time last night. I had been wanting to see it for a long time, and I've had it in my collection for a little while, but I just hadn't had a chance really to watch it. So somebody had talked about it recently, and it hyped up my interest, so I wanted to, or sparked my interest, so I wanted to give it a shot. So yeah, this movie's from 1979. It's directed by, let's see, I don't normally wear a hat, but my hair is all fucked up now, so yeah, just using one. Directed by Robert Hammer. I think this is the only film he ever directed, if I can remember correctly. And it stars Nicholas Worth, who plays Kirk Smith, the main serial killer in the film. James Westmoreland, who plays the sergeant. Chris McCabe. Flo Lawrence, who plays Dr. Lindsay, the woman doctor in the film. Ben Frank, who plays Sergeant Hatcher, and Denise Gallick, who plays something else. I'm not sure. I don't remember what. Anyway, I'll read you the synopsis from the back of the film for starters. Vietnam vet Kirk Smith spends his days photographing pretty girls. He spends his nights strangling them. With the LAPD baffled by what seems to be a series of random killings, radio psychiatrist Lindsay Gale begins receiving menacing calls from Smith, who sets his murderous sights on her patients. Patients as in her, she's a doctor, she has patients. Even though that doesn't, anyway. And soon Gale herself. One-time director Robert Hammer's gripping and suspenseful early slasher, Don't Answer the Phone, blends unnerving psychological drama with brutal violence, complemented by a career performance from Nicholas Worth and an atmospheric cinematography by James L. Carter, who also did Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, I guess, which I love as well. So what I liked about this film is the sheer brutality of it. It's a slasher, but it's very much based on real life. It's almost like a, what do you call it, Boston Strangler / 10 Rollington Place, or I think that's what it is, type film based on real life serial killers. So it's got that real sense of, and actually it's loosely based, I guess, on serial killers from, I think, 1970s in California, two guys, I think. So it's loosely based on that. And it's just really grounded in reality. There's not a lot of blood in the film, so if you're a gore freak, you're not gonna, maybe it might be a negative to you, but I really liked it. It's mostly strangling, so I sound like a sicko, but no, they're just really, the sheer brutality of the film. Like, you don't want these innocent people to get murdered. They're mostly women. They're all pretty much women. Innocent women who are just, you know, this guy breaks into their house, briefly stalks them, strangles them, and murders them, and fucks with their heads, and you know, all the while there's this news going on. Hey, Pipsy, and hello, baby girl. We got visited by Pipsy. Hey, Star. You're so pretty. Yeah. I lost my train of thought because of you, baby. Oh, she's looking in the camera. She wants to say hello. Right, baby girl? Sorry, guys. But yeah, I don't know. So pretty girls get stalked and strangled, and what I was saying is they're aware, like on the news, it's like there's a serial killer in California on the loose. So when he breaks in, these women know exactly who he is, and they know that the end result is not going to be good. And there's this terror in their faces as he like enters and says, "I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to hurt you," as he's tying them up and, you know, brutally raping and strangling them. So it's hard to watch. It's kind of unnerving, but it's real, and you know, for that I appreciate it. And the acting is terrific, like they said. The performance, all the performances are good. The sergeants, you know, Flo Lawrence, the Dr. Lindsay, but primarily, you know, Ben Frank as, I'm sorry, Nicholas Worth as Kyle Smith, the demented Vietnam vet serial killer. Is just, he turns in an amazing performance. Very real, and very scary. Really, this is the kind of stuff that's like scary because it's, you know, that it's happened in history. It's not, you know, it's not like your traditional Jason Voorhees type thing. And also, I'd want to say that the end of this film is amazing without giving too much away. It's almost like I could see why some people would say it was abrupt and, you know, like, oh, that's it, he's gone and that's the wrap. But it's really like, it's how things would go down, I feel like, you know, the main cop busts in, there's a showdown, and one of them ends up dead. And that's pretty much what you get here. And it kind of ends on that, like, you know, the person ends up dead in a swimming pool. I mean, you know, you get what you get. It's not spoiling anything. But it's awesome. And then the film's, it's over. Cut. Cool soundtrack as well. So I just really appreciated that it was very real. You know, it felt authentic, and you know, like it could absolutely happen. It wasn't far-fetched at all, and you're not dealing with mythological serial killers here. This is what happens. So, in that sense, I would say it should be appreciated, and yeah. So, yeah, as I said, I like the acting from Kirk Smith, sheer brutality of the film, the innocent women who are killed. It's hard to watch. The 70s Cali atmosphere too. Film takes place in L.A., so you get a lot of like street scenes where, you know, guys are walking on the streets. There's some drug paraphernalia and drug gangs. There's one scene where the serial killer, where Kirk Smith breaks into a prostitution ring or whatever, and he kills a prostitute, and then his pimp busts in. Here's the commotion in the hotel room as he's strangling and killing the woman. The pimp breaks in, and then there's a showdown between those two, and so you get a taste of that like 70s dirty prostitution / drug ring life, and you know, I appreciate that as well. I like that kind of feel for a film, especially you get a good sense of what 70s subculture of, you know, prostitution and drug dealings are like, I guess. So the atmosphere was great, like they said in the thing. In the synopsis, James L. Carter, the cinematographer, did a great job shooting the film and portraying what LA life was like in the 70s, I guess. So yeah, the atmosphere was great. And let me see. Yeah, and so the killer also plays a good, like, especially in the end, like, I guess one thing that it lacked is like a character development, in the sense that you don't really get a great understanding of what Kirk Smith has gone through, but at the end he kind of is talking to the woman about how he was treated by his, I think, his father or something. And then there's actually some scenes in the movie too where he's like talking to his father in a room by himself, and like, oh, I'm the man you would, you know, and looking in the mirror. So it's all good, but I just feel like oh, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, let's not even go there. But I guess, yeah, we're not even going to go there. So, anyway, sorry about that. One thing I disliked about the film, kind of, and I guess this goes with the development, not so much with the main serial killer, Kirk Smith, but, like, at the end of the film, Chris McCabe, Sergeant Chris McCabe, finds out that, God, I'm forgetting all their names here. That all fucked me up. Nicholas Worth, Kyle Smith has found Dr. Lindsay, and he's like fucking basically raping and about to kill her in her apartment. So he rushes over there, and the cops just split up. And then the showdown happens, and you never really hear about any of the other characters, Dr. Hatcher, or any of them. It just kind of ends with that scene, and that's cool. But it kind of just left like, you know, the ending is so abrupt. Like I said, it just ends after the death scene of Kyle Smith, basically, and you don't get to find out. There's no resolution, or, you know, where they all get together and, you know, the corporals or the sergeants talk about what they found. Just kind of, they split up because they're together as investigators for most of the movie. You know, they go bust into the prostitution apartment complex together, and then all of a sudden they split at the end. I forget where the other guy goes, but it does explain that briefly. But then you just don't ever hear from Sergeant Hatcher again, so I don't know. For what that's worth, I guess ending story development, it lacked a little bit, I guess. I don't even know. Not even really worth saying. But anyway, I'm blabbing now, guys. Check this film out. There's not really much negative things to say about it. Like I said, if you're not a huge fan of gore, or if you're a huge fan of gore, you're not going to get that here. You're really just going to get a real good portrayal of a serial killer, and what this Cali Strangler was like in the late 70s. But again, what's the best here is just the real life portrayal of this sick man who's a sick Vietnam vet, and you're going to see some unnerving situations where he busts into innocent women's houses, and you can see the terror and the and he's a very dominating presence, you know, and he likes to make that known as he's about to rape and kill these women, like, you're fucked. But at the same time telling them, I'm not going to hurt you, I'm not going to hurt you, I love you, but you can tell he's a psycho and he's about to kill them. So there's just that feeling of, like, hopelessness, helplessness, like, you're fucked. That's kind of scary. Much scarier, like I said, than any supernatural serial killer type thing, although I enjoy those films too. Alright guys, check this out, 1979's Don't Answer the Phone. Also, get this version, Code Red did put it out as well. I like Code Red and all, but this, Vinegar Syndrome's, this release is way better. You get way more features, a better presentation of the film, I'd assume. I haven't actually compared them, but it is a scanned and restored 4K from a 35 original camera negative on this guy, so grab this, definitely. And yeah, Don't Answer the Phone, 1979, check it out. Alright, that's it guys, have a great night. T-Money closing out, Body Bags, Horror Lies, here, motherfuckers. Peace.